Welcome back to Locally Owned Louisville. I'm your host, Anthony Wright, the Scientech, and this is for all of the locally owned Louisville businesses. Before we get started, I want to go ahead and ask everybody, if they like what we're doing here, please give us a like and share. Not only helps out the podcast, but it helps the people that we have on this group to get more people involved and to know more about their business. Today, I have a Dixie Highway legend, Khalil Batshon. Khalil's on Dixie. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Anthony. How are you?
Not too bad, man. I'm glad to have you on.
I'm honored and blessed and just grateful to be here. I mean, you were not. He tells me I'm the legend. This guy is the hands down legend.
No.
Like, it's just like boom, there he is, the science tech in your face.
Dude, that's awesome. Well, I appreciate you stopping in. So we want to know a little bit more about what you got going on. Actually, before we get started about what you have going on, let's talk about where Khalil is now and how you got there. So how did Khalil get started? It looked like, was it 2013?
Next June will be 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
At the Dixie, at that location?
At this location,
Okay.
yes, that's correct. So, so this coming June, 10 years ago, I owned a bar. I owned Longhead's Bar and Grill for 5 years. I was 21 years old. Me and my dad, my mom had a liquor store in Lower Hunters, and I was like, this opportunity comes around to buy this bar. And I'm 21. I'm like, hell yeah, let's buy a bar. Let's do it. So I borrowed everything I could, bought this bar, and then unfortunately, 5 years in, the landlord sold the property out from under us, and I had to make a move. What was I going to do? I didn't know anything else. My loyalty holds strong to the people that work for me, and I was like, I'll just open another place. So the Wix opportunity, Wix had been closed down for 3 or 4 years at the time, and I was like, so I'll just, you take the chance.
Right.
And going into it, we were like, all right, well, it'll be another bar and grill. We'll do TVs, we'll do sports, we'll do nightclub life, the same we were doing. And lo and behold, I grew up. As we all know, you've grown up, I've grown up, and that lifestyle is not for us all the time. And we got married, had kids, and the right route to go is the family atmosphere business, sports bar with a family twist. Take care of the families, because I think that is very important for our community. It's very important for the growth of our community and just the atmosphere of your community, I guess you would say.
Right. Yeah, you're like a staple in the South End. Valley Station, where are you going to eat? It's Khalil's on Dixie.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
So not only do you have your restaurant, but you also have a pretty nice catering operation. Tell me a little bit more about the types of events that you cater to.
So the catering operation completely happened totally by mistake. It was like an accident, I guess you would say. It's like you fell and it was like, oh, there's a catering business. Like, first of all, I never thought I'd be in the restaurant or catering business in my life. So about 6 years ago, we started catering like little jobs, like in Riverport, like a pork sandwich here or a barbecue here or something, this, that, and the other. And next thing you know, here we are 6 years in. And Anthony, we've done everything literally from the Oscars red carpet event to, fundraisers for political people, fundraisers for all these different organizations. Like right now, currently, we're at the Botanical Gardens.
Oh, nice.
If you're not familiar with the Botanical Gardens, it's on the waterfront right up on River Road and Frankfort Avenue, and they're doing the Gardens of Glimmer. We're the exclusive, concessionary there. We're selling hot chocolate, we're selling hot cider, spiked and regular, snacks.
So you're there all the time?
We're there every day this month.
Every day this month?
Every day they're open. We're also, we do a lot of their events, a lot of their bartending services. We do a ton of weddings, a ton of business stuff. We've been super fortunate to get through COVID with the National Guard and Naval Ordnance and just different great contacts that I'm going to tell you this. I feel extremely blessed and honored to have had the opportunity to feed and take care of these people.
Dude, that's awesome. So I think everybody on the Dixie Highway area has probably had a wedding catered by Khalil's.
I don't know about that, but
so as far as like your catering goes, if you're going to do a wedding, do you have like a certain type of like meals that you provide? I mean, I've heard some guys that have even had like breakfast served on their wedding.
I've done a breakfast for a wedding before. What's crazy is I'm not your traditional caterer, man. Like, I don't have menus and say, hey, here's your options. It's like, you come and you sit down with me, we have a conversation, and I'm like, hey, this might be good. Do you like this? If you don't like it, we'll switch it up.
Right.
And we'll build it to what serves the client, I guess, more so. Like, rather than, I'm not going to call any other restaurants out, but like, rather than saying, hey, here's what your options are, this is what you get.
Right.
I like to tailor to what we've got going on.
Yeah,
what the event is, who the person is, what their style is, what they love, what they hate. Maybe the bride to be hates freaking green beans, dude. So we make sure we don't offer green beans.
Right.
Or, I had a guy say he didn't like mac and cheese one time. I'm thinking, what in the world is this guy thinking? But it is what it is.
Yep, that's crazy. Mac and cheese, no mac and cheese,
dude.
I'd have to look over that contract.
I know, right?
All right. So what's the future look like for Khalils?
The future's got a lot. It's got a lot in its path. There's a lot on that table. First and foremost is take care of my family.
Yeah.
And make sure that my wife is taken care of, that my 3 amazing boys are have that great foundation that they need, and that they have that core structure around them to raise them to be great boys.
Right. Now, what's your ages?
So
boys?
Aiden is 6. Elijah will turn 5 in February, and Joseph turns 3 at the end of December 29th.
And they play ball?
Aiden and Elijah play baseball, or t-ball and baseball. Yeah. Aiden just started basketball for Christian Academy, so go Clippers. Yeah. And
now, you the coach on that team too?
I'm the coach on that team too.
I thought so.
Yeah, so I'm coaching that team. I've coached the baseball teams.
Nice.
So I'm blessed. So the future of the company, I guess the business, is growth. Growth in not just business itself, Anthony. For me, it's growth in the community. It's growth in the team that we have. It's growth in the infrastructure that we operate out of. We're looking at purchasing a piece of property to possibly open another restaurant.
Ooh, nice.
Not a Khalil's, a different concept. That's to be determined.
What part of town is this going to be in?
It's going to be in the Valley Station.
My boy.
Yeah. So with possible opportunity to grow that concept into a multiple concept industry,
okay.
As well as build our catering to the next level. And what I mean by that is give the catering operation, which is done so well, and we have been so grateful by the grace of God, literally, to take care of the people we've taken care of, to give it its own infrastructure and its own property and its own building to operate to the next level, to give more opportunity to get some Khalil's catering.
Yeah, because that's important, especially if you're going to have like a business that has several different layers. The more you can break that down, the better. So how are you going to do? Are you going to try to keep everything together as far as your employees go, or are you going to kind of break that up?
We're just going to see how it goes. Let's just, I had this conversation with some of the team yesterday. It's like, let's cross that bridge. Let's get this stuff signed on the dotted line, and let's cross that bridge when we can. But we want to put the aces in the right places. And if we think this person is going to be great here, let's put this person here. Let's put this person here. Let's put this person here. We don't need to break them up if we don't have to, but put the right people in the right spots.
Right, get the right people in the right seat.
Yeah, exactly.
That's nice. So as far as moving forward, what's the next 5 years look like?
So I guess you'll be the first to know. Hasn't been announced, hasn't been talked about. It's been kind of hush-hush. But I'm going to put my name in the political arena,
really,
for the next 5 years, and see how that runs. And I've been told by a few people that my name has got a good reputation, and I think I could hold strong to proving what Valley Station is about and proving what small businesses can do and how we can be great community partners.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons I started this podcast, was kind of like get all of the local businesses, get them all together, try to be everybody's cheerleader to help all those people grow. So I think as far as like you going into the council seat, I think that's going to give a great dynamic of now we have an actual locally owned business right here in the South End, and you're going to run for council. I think that's awesome. I think you're going to do a great job.
I can just pray, and I can just be grateful to even have the opportunity, and just let the cards play how they fall, I guess.
I think you're going to do great. I'm glad maybe we're the first to announce.
Let's be the first to announce.
To announce. Awesome.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Dude, so as far as like the business, with going through everything that we're going through, how are you handling like staffing? Are you running out of food right now?
Yeah. So that's a tough one. I mean, we had, for example, today we had a huge order come in for our catering jobs, and a very key component, which you may not think is a key component, are plastic knives. I need 600 plastic knives by tomorrow morning, and
for a catering
job, and they didn't show up. So we thought they showed up. They didn't show up. They weren't checked in properly, and now we're scrambling. We've wasted 3 hours trying to find plastic knives. Then we send somebody to go get them. They can't find them. It's 40. So that you're dealing with this turnover of of trying to find the product. Another example. I was looking for orange juice this morning for a catering job, and I couldn't find the case of orange juice. I literally had to go to Speedway and buy bottles of orange juice because you can't get it like what you need it, and it's unfortunate. I really hope and pray that our country can get turned around, where we can get this caught back up, and we can put people back to work in the right places.
Yeah. I mean, we're running into that same issue. Typically we would just go to one supply house, buy our units, our ductwork, our fittings, everything. Now we have to go to maybe 3 or 4 different places to make sure that we got tape at one place, screws at another, flex duct at one. So it's difficult, not only dealing with the shortage of labor, shortage of materials, and shortage of time. I mean, I don't know how are you dealing with just the work-life balance of time, because now you're probably doing a little bit more work now in the catering business and in the restaurant. How are you dealing with that?
I can't express enough, and I'm sure your wife is the same, but I've got a queen, I guess. She is extremely understanding. Obviously, she gets frustrated with me not being where I need to be at certain times, right, or on time for home.
Sorry about this. Tell her sorry for this.
Sorry, Tavi. But we've got to make. She's extremely understanding to the growth and the vision that I have for our family. And I'm doing everything I possibly can to make sure that I include her in all the conversations for the growth of our children and for the growth of our family.
So you are having more conversations like what you're doing,
yeah,
and all that. Yeah, well, I definitely need to work on that.
Yeah,
yeah.
I can.
I have the conversations in my head, but a lot of times Caitlin doesn't hear about it.
I didn't tell you that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I thought I told you. Yeah. What do you mean you just bought another place, or you did?
Yeah.
You bought a razor?
Yeah. So one thing, when I was talking to Caitlin, and I noticed it too, you do a lot of posts on Facebook, and what I've noticed is your gratitude posts lately. How do you get so deep? Because whenever I do, like, I've tried to do some gratitude post or like just write some stuff down, but I can only do like, I'm thankful for Caitlin, but like you will get down and dirty and just write some stuff that is just super deep. Is there like is it a certain time of day? Do you get yourself in a mindset to where you can think about stuff?
It's very important. I've put myself through a process in the past few years. I was at a breaking point at one point, Anthony, and there was a point in my life in the past few years where I wanted to give it all up.
Yeah.
Business was booming. Everything was going great. And brother, in my mind, I wasn't there. I was checked all the way out. I've put myself through some personal development trainings and some, mind boot camp stuff and some physical boot camp stuff. And it's really helped me to understand that you've got to stick to some type of ritual, and you got to focus on 4 key aspects of your life. And to say I do really well at that, I'd be lying to you, because it's very difficult. But there's 4 key aspects of your life that I try to focus on daily. And one is my body. The other B is my bonds, my connection with my wife, my connection with the people that I love. Number 3 is my being, my prayer, my journaling, my gratitude. And then, so those are 3. And then my being is just kind of am I being able to just be?
Right.
If that makes any sense. We go, and we do, and we're never just beers. So I found that I've got me a little ritual that I've tried to do in the mornings. And you can tell when I don't do them because I'm kind of off. And I have that great awareness that I've noticed that. So I try to get up at between 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning, no matter what time I go to bed. And I try to just take an hour to myself. And I put a little ritual on. I put my headphones in. I close my eyes and I just kind of meditate. And when I just close my eyes and I really kind of ask myself, who am I? You know, what am I doing? Who am I grateful for? And why am I grateful for that? And there's times that I'm extremely grateful for the extreme hardships that I go through. And when you can be aware of that and you can notice that you're grateful for the stuff that you just stressed the entire day over, it helps you get past that stress and that emotion of, damn, man, like, what am I going to do? Like, what are we fearful of? And, you know, a big thing for me is I get fearful that I'm going to lose at whatever I'm doing. And I don't want to lose. So I had to learn that I'm so hard on myself that I've got to start being more grateful. And I'm great. Like I said, I'm grateful for being here. Like I'm just a little old Khalil, dude. I'm nobody special, man.
Nah.
And to be invited to a podcast or do radio shows and for my business to grow and thrive as it has, I still think like, who wants to hang out with Khalil? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I have to get myself into the mindset of like, I'm a great person. I know I'm a great person. And as long as I do right by God and as long as I do right by the things that I know my core values are strong on, everything's going to be great.
That's awesome. That's some good stuff right there, man. I think you're doing great.
I appreciate it.
I think everybody that's watching you on Facebook, they can definitely tell how you're just a great leader. I know that's something that I look up to. You know, I've known you for a long time. And I can see the way that you treat your people. It means a lot because if you're good to everybody that's working with you, you're a good father, you're a good husband, that's going to lead into the business. So how do you train or how do you treat your people at Khalils?
You know, it's a key component for me internally to make sure that I treat everyone with the utmost respect. Even when they screw up, like I have to, you know, an awareness that I came to realization on yesterday, Anthony, was that to grow, you have to learn. And you have to learn how to grow. You know, guys like you and I, I guess we would call ourselves entrepreneurs, but the technicians of entrepreneurs, right?
Right.
We know how to do the job sometimes. And sometimes we don't know how to manage the job or lead the job. So I'm learning, and this is what I try to teach my staff, is like, it's okay to have trial and error. And it's okay for us to make a mistake as long as we're not beating ourselves up and taking that one mistake and taking 10 steps back. Let's learn from that mistake. Let's try to do better and move forward.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's key. You know, the way I've always looked at it is we can make mistakes and that's okay. But as long as you like take ownership of it, learn from that mistake, and then just try not to do that again. Exactly.
What you said there is take ownership. And a lot of times, like early in my career, I had a hard time taking ownership of certain things.
Yeah.
And when I had to learn, I had to own my shit, is when I realized I'm not who the hell I was. I'm somebody else. And I need to serve my purpose of own my mistakes, own my decisions, and ultimately just own it. Like, if I said, I want to do this, I'm going to do it. And I need to own it. If I screw up and I made that mistake of screwing up, and it is what it is, own that mistake, fix it, move forward.
Right.
Don't dwell on the past. Because what happens when we do, especially as young entrepreneurs, I think we dwell on the shit we screw up on, and it sets us back. It sets us back 10x where we should have been.
Right.
Rather than just learning from it and moving forward.
Yeah, I think like the young entrepreneur, I think a lot of people, they also mess up with thinking that they're just like the best thing ever and they never have anything to learn. I think there's like a good balance there. Like you always got to make sure that you do own your mistakes, but know that you're not always like the number one person in that field. Do you have anything to say about that?
Brother, I'm going to tell you this. I thought my SHIT didn't stink for a long time too.
Yep.
And here's the reality. We're all humans. We're all put our pants on the same way, and we all are going to screw up. We're not the best. The only man in this world that has ever been the best is the man that created us, and that's perfect. And we just need to continue to learn and be understanding that we are the vessel of God, and we just got to just do his work. And that's big for me. Like, I need to trust in my heart that everything I'm doing is God's plan, and I need to stop second guessing my decisions and know that it's the right path.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. So
talk about getting deep. Yeah.
Getting deep over
Yeah.
So this is you're the first podcast that we're going to record in the studio. So I'm thankful to have you on here, man. So as far as like now, so today it's what, Tuesday the 14th.
Yeah.
Next week you're going to be putting your name in the hat.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put my name in the hat on the 21st, and we'll just see how it goes. So
okay. What's that process look like? How did it come about?
Well, I was going to run in an appointment seat, and I ran. And I said, you know what? I prayed on it, and I said, I'm going to run. It's an appointed seat. We'll see what happens. I think I can do this. I was asked to do it, so I was like, I waited till the last second to put my name into that hat. And unfortunately, I didn't win. I had some opportunities that people would reach out to me and say, hey, let's do this. Once you do this, you need to run in the election. I turned it down 2 or 3 times. And I continued to pray on it, and it just kept calling me. I guess he kept calling me, and I'm like, man, so I got the opportunity again to meet with some people, and that opportunity came about, and I made the commitment to run. So I'm gonna run. I'm gonna put my name in the hat next week, and we're gonna start campaign season first part of January. And
how long does campaign season last?
From the time I run, from the time I put my name in the hat till November, the election.
Okay.
In 22.
And then your district is
District 25.
25, and that's like you said.
So it's like Valley Station Road, Deering, part of Deering area, Iroquois, up Palaca, Park Ridge, Windsor Forest, Arnoldtown Road, Dodge Lane, obviously, whoop whoop, and that area.
Right, nice. So do you have any big things that you're gonna try to do when you get in there?
Obviously safety. Like, safety for our community is key. Like, we need better ways to give our police force and our EMS and our fire department the right proper tools that they need to do their job. We can't continue to tie their hands behind their back and say, you can't do this, you can't pull this person. Like, we have to let them do their job. This is what we pay them to do, to keep our streets safe and our communities safe. So that's first and foremost is safety. Obviously infrastructure. I'm driving down, I guess, Southside Drive the other day, and the road's like literally flood. It's underwater.
Dude, the roads are
like,
bad.
why are we underwater? Like, we're the 16th largest city in the country. Like, there's money. Like, why are we 20 years behind everybody else? So I want to do what I can to try to push that. Look, I can't change the world. I cannot make things happen overnight. I don't have a magic ball or open checkbook, but I will do the very best I can to fight for Valley Station, for PRP, for District 25, and for the city of Louisville to get what it needs to make stuff happen.
That's awesome. So we're going to go ahead and cut this one. I think we got a lot of good stuff here, man. I'm excited. I cannot wait to hear the reaction of everybody in the South End to see how everybody's going to take you running. Yeah. I hope you're the best. And anything you need from me, give me a ring.
You got it, brother.
And then let me go and switch back. I hope everybody liked this video with the GOAT of the South End, the new councilman, hopefully here soon. Make sure you share this video, get this out, let as many people know what we got going on here.
We're working on a website too that you can donate, put fundraise money up to.
Will you have that up next week?
I'm hoping to, but we'll see.
Okay, if you do, we'll go and put it down in the comments. But if not, we'll make sure we share that on the page. Dude, I appreciate it.
All right,
thank
brother.
you.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. See y'all.
Cheers.